Good morning. Welcome to Tired and Inspired. 58 days left, and that seems like a lifetime. I am getting ready to get on the treadmill. I have my coffee here. Cheers! And one of the things that I was thinking about are little tips that help me or have helped me get through up until this point, and things like writing it down. We're going to recap. Writing it down, keeping it with you, pre-planning and pre-packing your food. Have as many things possible set up at night before you get up so that your morning is not this rushed, harried mess. I know a lot of times I would find that, we're rushed and then we rush everybody out the door. And it'd be great if our kids did not feel that sense of tension all the time that they're being pushed. So that requires us to be a lot more disciplined in getting stuff done so their life doesn't feel overbooked and overstocked and overwrought. So that's a couple things to think about. And then the other thing that I was thinking about are boundaries and using your voice to state what you need and what you want. And that, I think, is really, really, really important. Not necessarily easy, but if there's things that are not going, I don't want to say as you would like in your life, and not everything always will, because you can't always control what's out there, but there are 3 things that you can control that I'd like you to think about, that I woke up with thinking this morning. You can control what you put in your heart, you can control what you put in your mind, and you can control what you put in your time. And I had this awareness that, especially think in the service industry, we do want to be there for our clients. I absolutely do want to be there, not just for my clients, but for people who need help with nutrition and exercise. It is so much more confusing, I think, now in a way than ever, even though it should be more simple. But I also realized I was sort of allowing my boundaries to be encroached on. And on Wednesday at lunch, I had a very definitive, no, this is how it's going to be. Because I don't want to wake up 10 or 15 years from now and go, oops, or what did I do, or blow it. And it's nobody's fault but mine. So I started making calls, and I said, to some of my coaching clients who are awesome, I said, I'm not going to be talking to my clients anymore after 6. I'm gonna work 9 to 6. So you tell me when that's gonna work for you as far as our phone calls. And that felt really good, because I have a tendency to overwork, and I picked that up from my parents. So I love you, Mom and Dad, not blaming you, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. So those are hard things to call, and to make the call, but I felt it in my gut and I made the call immediately, and I think people will honor you for that. So if there's something that feels out of whack, the thing that causes more stress than anything is when your life is misaligned with that thing, that plum, whatever, the core of your being, and you know it. So I just want to encourage you, if you feel out of whack, say something. And if you do it with like a love and an intention that, this is going to work out for both of us. We're 50-50 in this relationship. These are my boundaries. This is where you have to be with me. And clients actually sometimes are the easy ones, right? They very often will honor your time. It's some other folks in your life that can really create a lot of stress. And so, you know what? You got to state what you feel. And if there's something wrong, again, I would settle. Don't do it out of anger, and don't do it when there's a ton of emotion. Write it out first, but absolutely put your voice out there. Put a voice to your boundaries, and then it's up to you to hold those boundaries. And I just want to encourage you to do that. I did it on Wednesday, and I'm pretty excited about how my schedule is going to change, so that it's the law of diminishing returns. You know, you can work harder, but that does not necessarily mean you're going to get more out of your work by working harder. Just something to think about. I'll talk to you tomorrow.